Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel, and today we're going to talk about the mirror exercise. This is something that if you're in the Twin Flames universe community, or if maybe you've just been looking around about Twin Flames, maybe you've heard about the mirror exercise. No, it is not looking in a mirror and doing affirmations. Although that can be helpful, that is not the mirror exercise that we are talking about today. Today we're talking about the mirror exercise as it is taught in Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover, in Jeff and Shalea's work. To really go in when anything upsets you, and especially your twin flame upsets you, to be able to go in and heal the wounds within your consciousness that they are mirroring to you. The upsets, anything that is going on in your life, it's not just for twin flames, it's for everything. But in the scope of this video, we're gonna specifically focus about twin flames because I think that's where you can see your journey progress. If you're pursuing your twin flame, you can use this to see like what's really going on. But know that anytime you have an upset, you can use this exercise to heal money. You can use this upset to heal things in your job. You can use this literally for anything. But today we're going to look at it in the context of twin flames. So the first step in the mirror exercise is to get very clear on your upset. And the way you do this is by feeling your feelings. And if you are used to not feeling your feelings, because some of us are, that can seem like a challenging thing at first. When I first started this work, I was like, oh, of course I'm feeling my feelings. And as I really got into it, I was like, oh, I'm numbed out in a lot of places. I'm just kind of shut down in a lot of these places where I'm supposed to be feeling my feelings. And I think a lot of us do this if we just kind of numb out and go through the motions of life. We forget to check in with ourselves and see how we're actually feeling about things. We just say, oh, I'm fine, and just flatline in our emotions and feelings. And this is where you have to feel what you're feeling. So for the example with twin flames, say your twin flame is, you're experiencing your twin flame not talking to you. They're ignoring you and you're feeling really upset about that. You're just like, I've texted them. It felt like they were really on the same level with me just a week ago, and now they're not answering my calls, they're not answering my texts, and it feels like they're just ignoring me. And you feel that in yourself, and you can use that to get clear on what the upset is. So the format of step one of the mirror exercise is I'm upset, and you shorten it into a very simple phrase of what you're upset about. Try to get specific as specific as possible, because you want to get to the core of the upset when you're doing this. You don't want to kind of mirror around the upset or what you think it is. You want to get very clear, and that's the reason why like the first step of the mirror exercise might actually take you longer than any other step, because you might have to like sit there and go deeper and deeper. But on this one's pretty straightforward. You can say, I'm upset because my twin flame is ignoring me. I'm upset because my twin flame is ignoring me. And you feel into your heart and you're like, is that what I'm really upset about? And it's like, yeah, like I'm upset because it feels like he's ignoring me. I'm upset that he's ignoring me. And then you can, in step two, start to do that mirror effect. In step two, you change all the nouns to pronouns and point them towards yourself. So in this sentence, I'm upset that my twin flame is ignoring me. My twin flame is the noun in this situation, right? So it's, I'm upset that I'm ignoring me, or I'm ignoring myself. And you can feel into that. This is step three. You ask, is that true? Is that true? Am I ignoring myself in any places? And this is not specific to the situation that you're in. I think this is very important, because when you're first starting the mirror exercise, you might say, well, I'm not ignoring myself. How can I'm not texting myself and not replying to myself. That's too literal of, am I doing this to myself? Because rule one, and what's mentioned in ASIM, as it's mentioned in ASIM, you're never upset for the reason you think you are. And so it's not really about the situation that your twin flame is ignoring you. Yeah, this is what's triggering that ignoring upset within you, but there's something deeper that this is pointing you to. It's not specific to this situation, or it doesn't have to be. It could be related to the situation that you're ignoring yourself. But, in this situation, is it true that I'm ignoring myself? And if you're upset, it must be true somewhere. If you're upset about step one, like if you read that and you're like, yeah, I am upset that he's ignoring me. Step three, is that true anywhere? Well, I'm upset by step one, so it must be true somehow. And you feel into that. You can, I really highly recommend you write down all the steps of the mirror exercise when you're doing this, even for, the first year or two that you're learning the mirror exercise. Writing it down each time will help you get clear on step 1, 2, 3, and as we progress to 4, it'll help you get clear on that and help you move through any resistance you have to looking in these places. Because I think once we get to step 2 and 3, people think, oh, how am I doing this to myself? And want to kind of resist and shut down, like I'm not doing that to myself, and they want to stop it there. And I've had that moment too, where it's like, oh, how am I doing this to myself? But when you write it down and you really feel into it and be honest with yourself, you can see like, okay, well, I'm ignoring myself because I'm not really taking care of myself properly, or I'm ignoring myself because I'm not really following my intuition. Like, I can feel in my heart that it's not good to be texting him 5,000 times a day, or it's not right to be just, feeding myself improperly. I know I shouldn't be eating 10 bags of Doritos or whatever it is. But I just ignore myself and I do it anyway because whatever reason. And so if you're ignoring yourself in any way, you can see that and say, oh yeah, that's true. Like I'm ignoring myself in these places. And step 4, you ask yourself, that part of yourself that's upset, that's doing this, like, what do you need to feel loved here? And you give that part of yourself the love that it's asking for. And you ask, and it will tell you. Sometimes my inner child will say, oh, I just need a hug here to feel good. I just need to have someone pay attention to me. And you can even ask specifically, like, what do you need in that space to feel like you're being paid attention to? And sometimes my inner child will just want me to play video games with him, or just want me to play with toys with him. And this is all visualized. This is not me like, oh, well, I got to go buy a bunch of Hot Wheels and play with my inner child, although you can do that. This is all inner, that you're making these changes and loving this inner part of yourself. You love that inner child and give them everything that they are asking for in that space. You don't have to physically do it. You can just give them that experience of being loved. And as you do that, you give them everything. And when they feel complete, when they feel peaceful, you feel relieved in that space, you welcome them home to you. You integrate the healing back into you, and you can feel peace in that space where you had once felt upset that you were ignored by your twin flame. And that's the goal. That's the goal of the mirror exercise, is to feel peace. Because it's not to change their behavior. That is a given, that if you are experiencing something with your twin flame and they are upsetting you, if you heal it, the behavior will change, or it won't bother you anymore, that this is what's going on. But because you're twin flames, they'll naturally start making the choices to heal as you make the choice to heal. You don't have to worry about, controlling what their behavior is. You just worry about finding peace within yourself, and they will match and mirror that peace and love that you're giving yourself. So once you integrate that peace, you can check back in with yourself and feel into it, like, okay, so am I still upset about, my twin flame ignoring me. And if you find you're complete and at peace with that, you're like, I think he's ignoring me, but I'm not upset about it anymore. Like, that's okay. Like, I feel good. That's the important part. If you find that you're still upset, maybe it's time to go deeper. Like, what about that is upsetting to you? What's still there? And you would repeat those steps. Okay, well, maybe it's not just I'm upset. It's maybe it's not that I'm upset that he's ignoring me. It's I'm upset that I feel like he's disrespecting me. And see, it's deeper than just the basic ignoring surface level. You can say, well, I'm upset that my twin flame is disrespecting me. And you go back through the mirror exercise step 2. I'm upset that I'm disrespecting me. Okay, well, where am I disrespecting myself? Well, I'm not trusting myself, and I'm not allowing myself to do the things that I would desire to do. That's a form of disrespecting yourself. Okay, that's true. That part of me that's upset about that, it's causing that upset. What do you need to feel loved? Okay, well, I need to make a new choice here to honor and support myself and allow myself to follow my heart. And you give that to that part of yourself until that part of you feels good, and you integrate that part of you back into you. And you feel peace there. And then you're done. Like, you feel peace there, the healing is complete. And the way Jeff and Shaleia teach it, it's chapter 5 of this book. I highly recommend you get it because it goes way more in depth with the mirror exercise than I'm able to in this video. But, don't be discouraged if this upset comes up over and over again. Upsets have layers, oftentimes they have layers. And you're peeling back the onion each time to get to the core. And maybe, obviously you want to get as close to the core as you can in each mirror exercise. That's why, it's very important to get clear on that step 1. But, maybe you're only able to go so deep right now, and that's okay. That's perfect for you. God only gives you this first step, and you just take this step. You go as deep as you can with it, and once you feel at peace, that's done. That you've done your part. You've integrated it into you, and if it comes up again, that's okay. Okay, I'm going deeper into this upset. I'm going deeper into healing here, and as you do that, your twin flame will naturally reflect that back to you because they do mirror your choices. And don't look on the outside and say, well, like, I've done 50 mirror exercises and they're still ignoring me. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as, oh, well, I'm still experiencing some things here. I'm not experiencing perfect communication with my twin flame yet. And know that there's just still more healing to do. It's not that the mirror exercise didn't work. Remember, the goal is peace. You're cultivating peace within you so that it can manifest in your reality. And you may have to cultivate a lot of peace to build that foundation for your union. You're not building a foundation for just this little shack for you and your twin flame to like huddle in and be in and like, oh, we gotta, be careful because my house will blow down, fall down at the littlest upset. You're building a foundation of love so that when you and your twin flame do come together, these upsets won't knock you down so easily. You'll be able to withstand it because you've already built that foundation of love and mastery of the mirror exercise to, get you through the storm. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like more information about how you can manifest your union and would like support on that journey, you can find more about my services at sacredtwinflameunion.com, and I will see you in the next video.